Willie, I understand we have some breaking news.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of breaking news
that?
from the world of sports. Tom Brady has just announced his retirement for a second time in a video posted to social media just minutes ago.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. I think you only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much, to every single one of you, for supporting me, my family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
Tom Brady getting choked up there at the end. So he has won 7 Super Bowls, including that improbable one with Tampa Bay a couple of years ago. He's been the Super Bowl MVP many times. He's been the league MVP, famously the 199th pick in the draft, the 7th quarterback taken, who Mike Barnicle went on to be the greatest to ever do it.
You know, there's no doubt about that, Willie. He is the greatest to ever do it. And what you saw there is actually, I think, the real Tom Brady. He's the product of great parenting. His mother and father are wonderful people who instill values in him, values that he still has. And I think he's retiring finally now because he's realized, finally, maybe a while ago, that his life has been disrupted. He lost his wife, who divorced him. He's truly devoted to his children. He's a genuinely good guy, Jonathan. And I think you saw a real element of Tom Brady in that clip.
No question there. And Tom's not the only one with tears in his eyes this morning, Mike, because I'm certainly sorry to see him go. No, but Willie laid out the resume. He's the greatest player in not just the greatest quarterback, greatest player in sports history. Yes, his last year, sort of messy, probably not the way he wanted to go out. In fact, there had been rumors just a few days ago, we were talking about on the show, that with the 49ers now likely needing a quarterback because of their injuries, that maybe he'd come back for one more year there. That's his hometown team. He's from the Bay Area. That maybe that would be a storybook finale for Brady. But he says, no, that's it. That he will, that he is done for good this time, and he leaves behind an unmatched legacy in the NFL. He was the defining player for decades and the league's the greatest star to ever have.
No doubt about it. I mean, the greatest ever. I had thought before him that Montana perhaps was the greatest quarterback ever. Tom Brady has pushed aside all the questions on whether it was Unitas or Namath or Brady or whomever, or Montana. It was Brady. And I will say that a lot of people may look at this past year as sort of a blemish on his record. But nobody remembers Hank Aaron going and playing at the Milwaukee Brewers. They remember April 8th, 1974, pitch to Al Downing, the great moments. They never remember Willie Mays in his final year. They remember Willie Mays' incredible, extraordinary career. Same thing with Tom Brady. They're going to remember all the Super Bowls. They're going to remember that Super Bowl at Tampa Bay and wonder how in the world this guy was able to do it. They're going to remember, unfortunately for me as a Falcons fan, that extraordinary comeback against the Atlanta Falcons. But, Willie, what I love so much about Tom Brady, first of all, I loved the way he said his goodbye to the NFL. It was nice, to the point. Humility, showed great humility. But I was watching some clips this past week. The NFL has films where they mic people up, and it just showed Brady walking after the game. And all of these players, you think they're all such fierce competitors, they all came up to him like they were little kids. Like after the game, they'd beaten Brady, and what are they doing? These big middle linebackers are going up and saying, hey, I've been a fan since I was a kid. I've been a fan my whole life. Would you mind signing my jersey? And another would come up and say, I just want you to know it's an honor to be with you. Would you mind signing something for me? Like, again, the respect respect that he has among his peers, second to none. They're not playing with another player in the NFL. Even these tough guys know they're playing with the best that ever was.
Yeah, I mean, and most of the players in the NFL now grew up watching Tom Brady. That's just a fact. If you look at the disparity in age, some of them probably weren't even born when Drew Bledsoe got hit in September of 2001 against a game against the Jets. The Patriots quarterback gets knocked out of the game. Tom Brady trots onto the field, and the rest is history. I would point out, with a pretty bad Bucs team this year, he did take them to the playoffs. Not a great division, but he did his best, had a big statistical season. But, Mike, I think part of that, what Joe's describing, maybe figured into the decision. Brady was at the point now where guys would intercept his pass, hold on to the ball, then come up to him after the game and say, Mr. Brady, could you please sign my interception ball? It became almost a strange...
And he signed it.
He signed it, but it also became this sort of strange sideshow in some ways. But there's no question he still has the ability. At 45 years old, he put up huge numbers this year. But when you know it's time, and you could see it on his face there.
You know, Joe put his finger on one of the really, truly magic aspects of professional sports, or sports at any level, but specifically in this case, at the professional level. No one garners respect among people more than people who play the same game and know how difficult the game is. Whether it's pro football, baseball, basketball, whatever, you know how difficult it is to go out there every Sunday, or sometimes in baseball's case, every night, and do the job. And to come up to Tom Brady and ask him to sign a ball that they intercepted is a sign of respect, not a sign of disrespect.
Of course.
And Brady gets it, and he respects the game, and he has earned every inch and every ounce of the respect that he's obtained.
Yeah, and a class act throughout. And in all professional sports, it's all that we live in a culture where it's all about winning. It's about championship. And no player in any position in any sport gets more credit or blame than an NFL quarterback. And I think at the end of the day, Tom Brady, who has every statistical record, and he's put them away in places they'll never be touched. Tom Brady has more Super Bowl championships, 7, than any NFL team has, 6. And that's, I think, his defining characteristic. His legacy is winning.
It is, and it's set in stone. He's Michael Jordan, he's Wayne Gretzky, he's Tiger Woods. Pick your champion, the greatest of all time. Tom Brady now announcing this morning, finally, he says, for good, that he is leaving the game of football. We'll be right back on Morning Joe.